Hey guys, King Jad here, and I just kind of felt compelled to make a little video here because I had a couple of things I wanted to kind of, talk about relating to Asmongold and DSPGaming's discussion that took place on November 24th, 2025. I feel a bit of fact-checking wouldn't go amiss for some particular points in that discussion. I'll keep this relatively short and sweet though, and pick out one particular very odd lie that Phil decided to tell Zach, who of course wouldn't have known he was being lied to. Why he was being lied to, but this is another question entirely, but only Phil Bonnell could answer that question. Here's what Phil said on the matter of his experiment he conducted relating to asking or begging for contributions.
I can't believe the audience is laughing at it. They're having fun with it. They know I'm not serious. They know that.
So they like that. What you're saying is they like you begging for money.
They think it's funny.
They want you. Do you think that they want you to do it?
Do they want me to ask for contributions actively?
Yes.
No.
Oh. Okay.
But they want me to succeed.
Okay.
They want me to be successful. For example, there was a day I actually tested it out. Not once did I ask for a contribution during an entire day.
So you went a whole day without asking for money?
Yes. I made $30.
Well, what's the average that you made? Well, yeah, okay.
So it's kind of funny for Phil Burnell, who complains about detractors taking things out of context all the time. He fails to provide really good context himself at this particular situation, and not only that, he lies outright about how much money he made that day without asking for a single penny. So Phil, in the spirit of fucking being full context about the situation, I have a plethora of evidence here. From not only detractor sources, but from your own sources, from your own channel, and from your own fucking mouth, okay? So here's the full context of the situation the day that Phil didn't beg, okay? Now, the full context, when you go back to March here, so the 10th of March 2010, the 10th of March 2025, we aren't going fucking that far back, sorry. March 10th, 2025, Phil had a marathon, a special marathon that particular day, where he would have a Five Nights at Freddy marathon, where he played all sorts of different games of Five Nights at Freddy. And and that marathon saw him being given over $1,000 from his viewers. In Phil's infinite wisdom, he decided that the very next day, after such a well-supported marathon had happened to him, that would be a good idea for him to conduct a test whether he'd still be given over $300 or not from some of those same people who had previously given very generously the day before for this special event marathon. And I'm going to let Phil Burnell himself explain how it went, as he actually tells kind of the truth here on the 12th of March, which is like one day after his experiment.
Okay, I wanted to do a test to see what would happen if I had an entire day where I did not ask for contributions, where I did not mention goals and hype them up, where instead I just let the gameplay content speak for itself. Now, it's a little difficult to judge because perhaps if I had done the podcast, it would have been different. Maybe there would have been people who showed up to the podcast and supported it. I don't know. This is all hypothetical. You never know, right? But the results are the results. I didn't mention contributions. I didn't ask for contributions. All I did was shout them out as they came in, mentioned where we were with our running tally, okay? And all day long, I did not hit a goal. In fact, I only got about halfway to my goals on both streams.
Which is true. Here, for whatever reason, Phil decided the truth will fucking set him free or whatever, because I guess it was fucking hard. I mean, it's hard to ignore the evidence from what people have seen and witnessed the day before. These are screenshots from Phil's day stream, which saw him be on $78 towards the end of that day stream, and the night stream saw him be on $74 towards the end of that night stream. So, as you can see, both streams combined, Phil actually made like a decent money, and also you can combine both totals to get to $150. And shout out to JG Hanno, by the way, for providing these stats to kind of back up. So it's not just evidence from Phil Burnell here and his own DSP Gaming channel that we are seeing what Phil made that particular day, one day after the marathon he had, where he ran this experiment. We can actually see this ourselves as well, the figures from detractors observing things. This is how much he made in tips and super chats and memberships, and even kicks members as well, and subs and all jazz. So yeah, I mean, it's all there. And Phil, for whatever reason, decided to. So in March, he was quite honest about how much he made. It was $150 for the entire day. somehow, in the course of less than a year, Phil has turned that experiment into him only making $30 for the entire fucking day. And it's utterly fucking bizarre, you know. So while it facts, getting away with a good story though, yeah. So to quickly summarise like the entire fucking situation, of course, Phil's experiment of not asking for contributions for an entire day was conducted one day after a special marathon event where his supporters had given him over $1,300 during that marathon. Despite this, he was still given over $150 for his streaming the following day without having to ask for a single cent. And to Phil Burnell, this was completely unacceptable and undeniable proof that begging is the only way you can guarantee hitting goals more often than not. Don't believe me? He said so himself. Listen for yourself.
The third path means I need your support every day. And it means that every day I'm going to ask for it. And it means every day I'm going to hopefully get it. And I will be disappointed if I don't. Okay? But it's going to be tough. It's not going to be easy. Because it's not get paid to kiss butt and get paid to basically hurt people. Instead, it's get paid to be me and ask for the payment because it's willing. Because I'm giving you the content for free. And then hopefully you guys will help to keep it coming by supporting me moving forward. It's different. It's definitely a different model. And at least people, oh, these fucking, you're an e-beggar, listen, you tell me, what's the better path? The sellout, the bully, or the person who says, let's get positive and please send me some support so we can do some fun stuff together? What's worse?
So, there you fucking go. I've got an idea, you know what I mean? I've got an experimental notion for Phil Burnell to try and, you know, take on. Stop fucking lying all the fucking time. For whatever bloody reason you felt compelled to tell Asmongold you made $30 when there's undeniable evidence you made $150 that day without asking for a single fucking penny. And even then it's not enough for you. And let's be honest here, during that fucking Asmongold interview, you kind of made it clear it'll never be enough for you, whether it's fucking only $150 or $150,000 or $150 million perhaps. Who fucking knows? It'll never be enough though, because the following fucking day you're going to be following the same script, fucking saying the same shit, begging for the same amount of fucking money, day after day after day after day after day. You know what I mean? So some things will never fucking change, and I guess Phil Burnell is one of those things. So there you go. I just kind of thought I'd share what I thought was such a bizarre lie that Phil decided to spin to Asmongold. I got no idea why I felt compelled to lie about how much he made that particular day, maybe to try and just strengthen his argument, you know what I mean? But the problem with trying to fucking do that, Phil, is that there's evidence of your lies. Why do you lie all the time? Why do you feel compelled to lie all the time? Like, we know $150 for you for a whole day is not enough. So why tell Asmongold you only made 30? It just doesn't make sense, does it? Anyway, share what you think in the comments if you want, guys, but I'm going to wrap things up there. As I said, I just kind of felt, you know, Phil said a lot of lies yesterday. This one stood out to me as a particular massive lie. Like, why would you lie about something dumb like that, which is very easily debunkable? But there you go. I've been King Jad. Hope you enjoyed this wee video. Peace out.